Let's start with the big story that we are tracking this morning, whereas the United States and France vow a joint response to suspected chemical attack in eastern Ghouta's Douma region. Syrian state media has reported of a series of airstrikes on a Syrian military airport. Now, according to some other reports that have come in, the airstrikes targeted a Taifour military airport near Homs in Syria. Meanwhile, the United States has denied carrying out any missile strikes on any of the Syrian military bases. And it is very interesting that this is something that is reported to have happened in the immediate aftermath of reports of a chemical attack that has taken place in Douma in eastern Ghouta. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by our international affairs correspondent, Ramesh Ramachandran. Ramesh, good morning to you. It's an interesting development that has taken place where reportedly a military airport in Syria has been struck near Homs, but the United States says that it is not behind this.
Good morning, Mohammed. The military base in question is called the T4 military base, which is owned and managed by the Syrian forces in the province of Homs. This is north of capital Damascus, and it falls on the way to Palmyra, which the WION team had visited not so long ago. Now, that said, there are conflicting reports. AFP quotes sources in the Syrian state media as saying that military attack has indeed taken place on this T4 airbase in the city of Homs in the early hours of Monday. But Reuters report quoting the U.S. denies any hand of the U.S. forces in the strike. But that said, there are speculations swirling around the possibility of an Israeli military airstrike on this T4 airbase, but that is still to be confirmed. There's no immediate confirmation about the casualties at the base, whether number of people dead or injured is not immediately known. But all of this, Mohammed, happens on a day when John Bolton will take over as the National Security Advisor in Washington, and this comes barely a couple of days after the suspected or alleged chemical attack in eastern Ghouta, in Douma in particular, which Syria has denied. So a lot of activities are taking place as we speak, and we'll try to get in the exact details as we go forward. All
right, and also, Ramesh, the fact is there is an airstrike that has taken place, and the United States has denied carrying out this airstrike. Now, it is suspected that Israel may have carried out this airstrike, but the question, of course, is why would Israel want to have its hands in the Syrian crisis here?
Well, Mohammed, if the past is any indicator, Israel has been reported to have hit Syrian bases before especially in the last couple of years. So it should not come as a surprise if Israel was indeed behind this alleged strike on the T4 airbase.
Right.
As I mentioned, Mohammed, this still needs to be confirmed either by Israel or by the U.S. or its allies. So it's still early days. But the fact remains that Syrian state media is quoting officials as saying that the base was indeed attacked. We are waiting for more details to come out, especially for the casualties and the number of people injured in this attack. But remember, Mohammed, this comes at a time when President Trump, none other than him, has taken President Putin's name in his tweet and said that President Putin, Russia and Iran are responsible for the situation worsening in Syria, especially in light of the alleged chemical attack in eastern Ghouta. So things are building up, and this comes at a time when President Trump himself has said that he wants to withdraw American troops from Syria. But in the light of these alleged chemical attacks and alleged military strikes inside the T4 airbase, things might begin to change in the next few hours.
Right, and also, Ramesh, the United States has denied its involvement. It's speculated. At this point of time, it is still speculation that Israel may have carried out. But the question is, could Israel have carried this attack without the permission of the United States?
Well, that's a moot point. Israel may or may not have kept the Americans in the loop, but Israel is known to have taken many unilateral decisions, especially airstrikes on Syria, inside Syria, in the last many years, including taking out a suspected nuclear reactor inside Syria and also targeting the airbase inside Syria. So if it is indeed Israel, we'll have to wait and watch for the Israeli reaction. But as things stand now, there are no immediate confirmations to who was responsible for it. The U.S. says denies any hand in it, so we have to wait and watch as to how this shapes up in the next few hours.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Ramesh Ramachandran, for joining us and getting us all those details. So at this point of time, it is still in the realm of speculation as to who could be behind this attack. But the fact of the matter is, immediately after there was this suspected chemical attack which took place in Duma, this is a military strike that has taken place. But interestingly, the United States has denied any involvement in it.